If you've been keeping an eye on the real estate market lately, you might have noticed some unsettling news. Home prices are dropping and inventory is on the rise. It's a far cry from the hot sellers market we just saw a few years ago. And it's got a lot of people wondering what's going on. So whether you're looking to buy your dream home or you just want to stay informed about the market, this video is a must-watch. I'm Becky McCully, a local realtor right here in Charlotte, and in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into the declining housing market and explore what it means for buyers, sellers, and investors. And what does the future hold? Will things turn around, or are we headed for even tougher times? I'll be sharing my predictions for the market later in the video. Stick around because this is going to be a wild ride. But first, let's talk about the latest stats from the Canopy Association of Realtors for the Charlotte Metropolitan Service Area. New listings in December were 2,235, which is a decrease of 702 units from November. Inventory of homes in December were 6,431, which is a decrease of 1,539 units from November. Inventory's been steadily declining since September. If you're a homeowner going into 2023, we need to pay attention to the number of listings because as a homeowner, this is what's going to impact you the most. We started 2022 with 4,411 units, and now in 2023, we're starting the year off with about 6,431 units available for sale. This increase in inventory is what is going to prevent home prices from escalating significantly. We will have to watch what happens to inventory levels this spring, which is historically one of the busier seasons for real estate. Pending sales were 2,164 in December, which is a decrease of only 206 units from November. Pending sales peaked in May at 4,406, and they've been on a steady decline ever since. And if you compare the new listings each month to the pending sales, you can see that most of the new inventory is still getting under contract in the same month. And this is going to prevent inventory from significantly building. The median list to sales price percentages are currently at 96.5%. Again, this has been on a steady decline from the peak in April of 102.5%. The average selling price in December was $441,853, which is down about 1% from $445,565 in November. As you can see, this is a far cry from a crash in sales prices. Okay, days on market has been increasing and is now at a median of 22 days, up from 16 days in November. And with an increase in days on market, you have more motivated sellers, which we can see from the small drops in sales prices. So what does all of this mean? I think we're going to continue to see characteristics of a more balanced market where both buyers and sellers are going to have to compromise. Sellers will likely have to be a little more flexible on price and making repairs, but they will also be able to reap those same benefits when they are purchasing their new home. When buyers are looking at homes that have been on the market for 30 days or more, that's when we're writing crazy offers to see what sticks. I've had listing agents call me after I have shown their listing, asking, is my buyer interested? And is there anything that the seller can do to motivate them to make an offer? You know, things like making upgrades, providing closing costs. I think we're going to continue to see this in 2023. So if you're thinking about selling your home this year, stay tuned because I will talk about my best advice for you later. Buyers are generally focused on the purchase price, but right now I'm encouraging all of my clients to think bigger than that. Now is the time to think not only about price, but also terms. So what are terms? These are things like seller-paid repairs and seller-paid closing costs that can be used to buy down your interest rate and ultimately get you a lower monthly payment, making the home more affordable. My lenders have been running these scenarios for my buyers so they can see which one is more beneficial to them, a price reduction or an interest rate buy down. I think we're also going to see a lot of single-family homes turn into rental properties. People have a low interest rate on the mortgage and they don't want to give that up. So they can rent out the house and likely make more money in rent than the mortgage payment. Then they will go buy a new house that meets their needs today. And as long as they can afford the payment at today's interest rate, it's a fantastic solution. Then when rates come down, you can refinance into a lower payment on the new home. Is this something that may be an option for you? Book a time on my calendar for an exploratory discussion on your situation. All right, buyers, new construction is a great option right now because a lot of the builders are offering some really attractive incentives. I think this is going to continue for at least the first half of 2023. Houses were under contract before they were even completed over the past few years, and then the interest rate surges slowed down the buyer demand, and they started to build up some new home inventory. As this inventory gets sold, and if interest rates continue to drop during the year, as I expect they will, then I think we will see these incentives go away. Okay, for those of you that are considering selling, I promised I'd give you my best advice. So if you're planning to sell in 2023, here are my top 3 tips. Number 1, make sure your home looks really good, like model home good. Number 2, make sure you stage the house and do all of the little things to make it stand out among the competition. And finally, price it according to where the market is heading. Prices are still coming down a little bit. Don't list it for, more than the last comp sold for. If you do, it's going to sit on the market. My recommendation is if the last home sold for, say, $800,000, maybe list yours at $750,000. If you list it at $800,000, people are going to wait for you to drop it to $750,000, and then they're going to write an even lower offer. So one thing to remember also is Mecklenburg County is going to be sending out the new property tax valuations in March. Everyone is going to have some sticker shock when they see their new property tax bills. And that means depending on how much equity you gained, your monthly mortgage payments could go up. This needs to account for the additional property taxes to fund the escrow account. I'm curious, do you think this is going to cause people to sell their homes? Even with all of this news, I'm still bullish on the 2023 real estate market here in Charlotte. If you're looking to find a good deal, there will be plenty of opportunities. It can also be a good time to negotiate a lower price on a property, especially if you're a cash buyer or you have the ability to close the deal quickly. All right, so as we wrap up this video, if you are uncertain about where you are in life, in terms of moving, not moving, you're just looking for a resource, that's what I'm here for. When you decide to hire a real estate agent in the future, I want to make sure that I'm the obvious choice. I want to earn your business between now and when you decide to buy or sell your next home. Please reach out to me no matter where you are in the process, whether that's today or years from now. I'd love to help in any way that I can and guide you in that process. So reach out at info@beckymccully.com. All right, so if you're thinking about selling your home, I've put together a comprehensive selling guide that you can check out now.